Situated in the hilly regions of northeastern India, the Mizo district was for many years a part of the state of Assam. But because of our distinct culture, heritage and language, we desired a separate state of our own. And so, on the 21st of January 1972, was born the Union Territory of Mizoram.
Mizoram chuan ma kan son na save le to kun ma kum level athan Assam state district pakhat kan ni ve maya kan thewangin district rigot chu ama le mai nei develop thei tak lova so kha chan puina hangai thina.
Since we have taken over our own administration, we have divided Mizoram into 3 districts for better development. We now come to our capital, Aizawl. It is a cheerful place. The days of uncertainty are gone. There is a relaxed atmosphere. And as everyone can see, there are signs of progress. The birth of our origins is lost in the mists of time. Nevertheless, we can go back and trace our history for several centuries. Originally, our people lived in Burma. In a year that is not recorded, there was a terrible famine, the Ting Pui Tang, the dying of the big trees. That was when our people began to move towards India. They suffered great hardships and lived off the fruits of the jungle. This migration took a long time, but we are quite sure that our ancestors settled in Mizoram at least 20 generations ago. In other words, Mizoram has been our home for about 300 years. In the old days, each village had a chief of its own. There were battles between different villages. The warriors of those days brought home the heads of those whom they killed. They did not seem to like that habit of ours, so they conquered us. Then came independence, and we were part of the state of Assam. Now we have our own state of Mizoram. Ours is a beautiful part of the country, but not without problems. It is now up to us to overcome our difficulties. This is a challenge that faces every village.
lai ni la sen sia solo an mua shai tin man ni re dai lung rona.
Of course, as we move forward, we must not forget those elements of our tradition which bring us joy. For instance, the Solokya dance. Originally, the Solokya dance was performed in the village square. Men and women would encircle the hunters and the dance would begin. The old ways are giving place to the new. Our people are beginning to adopt modern ways of living.
kan fiesta nu ka kun sambe so ala nia amaro su ku bi su bi chung sonin mi zo te hian ma kan so na sa te ma ama ka sonin nam na fu ta kan nia tu mai ro chuan Mizoram pum pui han ne ko point.
The Reverend Zaireme points out that among the tribal groups of the country, the Mizos have made the most progress. Our literacy rate is among the highest in India. And most important, our women have contributed to this progress. Yet much remains to be done to improve our economy. Although we lived isolated in the hills, the British allowed missionaries to come to us in the last century. The result is that most of us are Christians, about 95% of our people. Some of our people, the Chakmas, are Buddhist. The Chakmas prefer to live in the valleys along the banks of our many rivers. The social life of the Chakmas is a mixture of Buddhist, Hindu and tribal customs. Marriages are arranged by the parents. This may no doubt change in time. As in all of Mizoram, the Chakmas are fond of dancing. The Chakmas grow cotton and rice. They speak Bengali. Ever since we can remember, the most important tree for us in Mizoram has been the bamboo. The bamboo plays a part in so many aspects of our life, not only for making our homes, but also for carrying water and for various handicrafts. We have abundant bamboo forests because we get 3 months of heavy monsoon rain. Unfortunately, our tribal inheritance has given us a destructive habit, jhoom or shifting cultivation. For generations, we have been cutting down trees for temporary cultivation. This has resulted in soil erosion. We must stop this habit. Our forests are an important part of the wealth of the nation. We can conserve our resources and yet go in for profitable cultivation, as in the Champai area. Our government is laying more and more stress on terrace cultivation.